today. It's Madden NFL football. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns taking on Justin Fields and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
To get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Cleveland. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
Oh, what a move. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. From the 46, here's second down and 7. Again, they turn to Ford. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. On the ground, it's Ford. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Ford, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. This is Ford. And a short gain down to about the 33. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Watson, off play action. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Now Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here. And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Here's a give up the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jordan Akins taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon.
Could not have scripted it any better. And many offenses do script their opening possession on offense. They followed that one perfectly. Took the ball right downfield and scored, giving energy not just to the offensive unit, but to their team overall.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! Calvin Austin, 77 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, if you're carrying the football, you're hoping to have a little bit more time and space than that.
Don't you get the sense he's calculating how quickly he got there? That was jet propelled, and that was a full-grown man that made the tackle as well.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to get him for a loss of about 3.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Watson now to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Watson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zadarius Smith showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the 50, here's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Back deep, James Prochet. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And the Browns getting set to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that up until that last.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Now Austin.
Let's go. I can hear you.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. A shotgun snap. Fields completes Austin here over the middle. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Cleveland offense making their way out. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They will start this drive with Ford. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9. From the 50, it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So the completion good for 7 there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Ford. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Watson on 1st down. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Now it's Watson. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Operating from the gun, Watson. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Ford. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and they'll remain down by 2.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I don't care what anyone says. I want a big-time backing in this kind of yardage each and every time I step on the field. A tone setter, these guys are hard to find.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here's Fields.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 1. Fields. Got his man, it's Warren.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On first down, it's Fields. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 21-yard line.
Second and 1 now from the 21. Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Steelers.
Here we go. 19 wins, 19 wins. Here we go.
Here's Fields. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go. Green 19, let's go.
Now it's Fields.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal. Fields now to throw.
Steps away to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Justin Fields
Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that makes it a 9-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ford, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt.
The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Second down and a yard. Back to throw. Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A handoff for Warren, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it, because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Play action. It's Fields. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. On the give, it's Warren. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And that'll keep this a 9-point game. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, Watson. Over the middle, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
Ford. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. One receiver to the left is Cooper. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy there to make the grab. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. and it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. On first down, Fields.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. They'll run it. Warren.
Fighting his way through contact and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here we go, son. All right. Here we go. Get the end, boy. Get the end. Hurry up, hurry up.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Oftentimes, broken tackles are his specialties. And put another one on his tally there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One-on-one, not likely to get him down. You need everyone else to get there and help you. I think they were signaling for you and I to jump on the pile and try and get him down, weren't they?
You don't want me out there, I promise you.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47.
Off play action. Fields throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Fields.
Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Harris running straight ahead. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Austin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
Here we go. 319, listen up. 58.
They hand this off to Harris, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
George Pickens.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Boswell for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Crochet to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. And we're back now here in Cleveland. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Austin.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Fields throw brought in by Austin.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Here we go, son. 551,
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Warren. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go, son. Green 19, guys. Here we go. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Here's Warren.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. He finds his man complete. It's Warren.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
Ouch. You thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
66 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Calvin Austin.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the 4th quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was...
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Fields trying to throw for it.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Watson. Forced out to his left. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Watson. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
To the air yet again, Watson. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. They're prepared for him to try and take off.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's 4. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Watson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, he has been the featured receiver on this drive. They've looked his way a number of times. Why not get it to him on 3rd down? And they do. And they're able to keep this drive moving.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Watson. And that's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Third down and goal coming up here.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 6. Mike 6.
Here's Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Elijah Moore from 3 yards out. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Important extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now here's another carry for Harris. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On the give, this is Harris. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Here's Fields. That is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late, they're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
So now it's Watson and the Browns. Down by 8, 43 seconds to go. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. They come up now on 2nd and 2. To throw, Watson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he's taken down inside the 30. Game we were treated to in this one, and on that final play they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.